it's Courtney Brickner with The Crafty Brick. Today I am sharing a live that I did over on Instagram for Crafty Tuesday, and I showed a lot of features with the Juliet and how to do print and cut, how to make stickers, how to create a design, how to do a test cut. There are a lot of things that I touched on, and if you want to check it out, you should just keep on watching. It's really fun. It is Tuesday night at 5:30 p.m., which means it is Crafty Tuesday, and that means I'm gonna be talking about something crafty. Each week I get on here and usually I'm making a craft, doing something, and usually it's something that I haven't made in the past, so there are a lot of little mess ups. Hey, let's craft about it. But tonight I wanted to share with you my new friend, Juliet. Hey, Cassandra Douglas, 5530. I'm happy you guys are here. So I'm just going to preface this with, yes, I have been using Juliet for about 3 weeks. No, I am not an expert in how she works just yet. So there might be some things that don't go as planned, but I asked you guys on the stories what you wanted to see me show tonight, and I've got some things that I'm going to show you. So I'm excited. I'm seriously in love. I don't know if you guys saw my YouTube video about my first experience using Juliet. It was a little rocky. I took it out of the box on Thursday. I was so excited. I've been waiting for it for weeks. I got back from Italy. They told us, we're going to send you Juliet. And I was like, I'm so excited. Can't wait to get her. Got her. Used her. And it was so challenging to me. I was like, oh my gosh. I was so excited for this. And I wanted to tell people about it. I have been telling people about it. Now I can't even use it because I don't even know how to do it. Oh my goodness. Hey, Mrs. V-Mail, and hey, Wicked Craft. So excited you guys are here. But let me go back. I did have a rocky start, but then I took her out again and figured out that I had the blade installed wrong. And when I got that installed correctly, things have been going very, very well. So this is Juliet. She's fabulous. She's my new BFF. I just haven't stopped using her. I don't even use vinyl that much, but now I've been using vinyl all the time and HTV because I want to use her. And I have been using the software too. So tonight, the plan is to show you some of the features and actually show you the Leonardo Design Studio, which is the software that comes with Juliet. And I'm planning on printing some stickers. I am planning on showing you a really large print and cut. Let me show you how big we're gonna print and cut. This big old piece of paper. You've never print and cut that size before. So I'm gonna show you a design like that. I'm gonna show you how to set it up in Leonardo Design Studio and then how to cut it out. So how about we get started? First of all, one of the things that was a little weird for me at first was that you can load the mat from the front right here. Just push that up button and it will come in. Or you can even load the mat in from the back, which I thought was a little odd to start, but I feel like I use loading from the back even more than the front. I don't know. I just like it. The other thing that is really nice after you put it in, so normally if you've got a cutting machine, you're used to when you put your material in and you press, go to cut, your machine always is going to start from the top left and it's always going to start from the exact same spot. Juliet is a little bit different because, first of all, she starts cutting from the bottom left instead of the top left. And you have control over where she starts to cut. So let me just, did I not even take any vinyl out? Let me get a little vinyl out. I guess I forgot that part. I'll just get this little piece out. I actually know where my scissors are. Isn't that shocking? I never know where my scissors are. So what you would do is actually, I'm going to start it over on the other side of the mat so you can just see. I've got it starting over here. Just like think of like maybe if you made something and you cut that part off, now you don't have to take the mat off and move it back over to the starting point. What you can do is just move your cutter right over to where your material is. I just really like having that flexibility. The purpose of putting it in the back. What I'm liking about putting it in the back is that I can, like, let's see, if I've got a roll of vinyl, I like that I don't have to cut it. I can just load it from the back. The rest of the roll is back there, but I really like that I can see what's cutting. So if I guess you don't have to load it from the back. I just find that loading it in, it takes a long time to bring it to the bottom left. So if I load it from the back, right when it goes in, it's almost already at where it's going to be starting. So I just prefer loading it from the back now. I don't know. I feel like that is a little bit more simple. And I like that it starts from the bottom left because when it starts cutting, you can see exactly what's cutting. You can see if it's doing it right. You know, like with other machines that you're used to using, it's starting from back there and you're always leaning over the machine and you're trying to figure out like, oh my gosh, is it cutting right? And you don't know because you can't really see. But this, you can actually see what it's cutting while it's cutting. So I like that feature also. So what else did I want to, I made a list so I can keep track of what I want to tell you. So how to load the mat, the front and the back, moving the blade. Oh, and then this is another nice little feature. Can it cut infusible ink? I believe that it can cut infusible ink. It can cut all of, all the vinyls that you can. I don't know what the settings are for infusible ink, but what I'm about to show you right now is something that you'll need because there are a lot of preset cut settings already in here. They're mostly for Caesar's materials, but if you just go into what material you're working for, the force and the speed are already set. So that is just a nice feature. But if you're cutting something that is not already set, then all you have to do is a test cut. And let me bring my camera over here just so I want to show you guys what the test cut button looks like. This little t-shirt right here in the bottom right corner, that is the test cut. And what happens when you do a test cut is, let me show you. So I'm going to move it over to because I don't want to use up a lot of my material. So I'm just going to move it over in the corner right here. So you can see. And I've got it on cardstock, so I'm not going to use that because I know that that's too heavy. So I'm just going to push it on Easy Weed and load that setting. And then I'm going to click my test cut. And what it does is exactly that. It just does a test cut. So it's a very fast little cut. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Did it cut? Where is it? Oh, I can barely see it. My lighting is not very good. So there you go. You can see. So it cuts a little t-shirt and then it cuts a little hole in the middle of your t-shirt right there. So that is your test cut. So if it's easy to weed, then you know that setting that you set up, so if you want to do infusible ink, you're going to need to do a test cut and change the force and see what cuts through the infusible ink sheets and makes it weed easily. If it's hard to weed, then that means that it's that there's not enough force. So the good thing is that the little test cut only takes up a very small space. So test it out on a little piece of your material, see if it works. If it doesn't, change the force. And then the good thing about being able to move your blade, just stay in that same section and scoot over just a little bit. So I'm going to do another test cut right here, and you can just see that it doesn't use up too much space. Let's see, I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't like move it in the exact space. So if you're really test cutting and you're gonna, you're trying not to use a lot of material, just scoot it over and look at where your blade is. My blade was not in the right spot, but there's the 2 test cuts. Not a lot of material wasted. So I like that feature. Late, but the largest print cut size is like as large as you can print, you can cut. So, I mean, you could do like a 12 by 24. I can't print that fast or that large. I've gotten 8.5 by 14, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. So how about we jump on over to my computer and the software right here. Let's get my computer on. And let you see this. Okay. All right, so I can't see the comments right now. I'm going to show you, what am I going to show you? I think I'm going to show you, some people wanted to see it cut the vinyl. So you just saw it cut the HTV. So I think I won't show you that. At the end, I'll show you if some people still want to see that. So this is Leonardo Design Space. So what I wanted to do is to import a file that I had. I want to show you a really large print then cut. So when it imports, it scans the image. Let me move this ring light out of the way. I want you to be able to see. Let's see. Okay. So it scanned the image. This image is kind of funky because it's got all these teeny little things. And since I'm just trying to show you how to do it, I'm going to unclick include the holes. So it's not going to cut everything in the middle. It will, but I just, for time's sake, I'm just not going to do that. So you go to the next and you can click right here and include a contour bleed. And you can change the offset. If you wanted to have an offset around there, you can change that. I'm just going to keep it at 0 right now so that it it goes right around the edge of the picture. So then I'll click finished, and here it is on my mat. But I am going to be using a 12 by 24 mat, and I'm going to change my printer size because I'm going to use 8.5 by 14 paper. So let's make this a little bigger. We're going to turn it to the side. You guys, this thing can print and cut a very large image. And we just need to make sure that these registration marks are all black. So you'll see right there, that means that it is ready to do print and cut. So what I'll do is click up here and I'm gonna send the design, and then it puts it into 2 different mats. So the first one is your printing mat. The second one is the cutting contour. So that's gonna be sent to the machine. But to start, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna click send it to the printer. And let me put my printer paper in. All right, so we're gonna send this to the printer. Okay. And then when it prints, we're going to click there and the cutting contour will show up, and then we're going to click send it to the cutter. But let's see. Okay, so it is printing. And then I'll show you how it does the cut for the really large printing cuts. Let's get this camera angle right. All right, so I don't have the Caesar 12 by 24 mat, but I do have a Cricut mat, so I'm going to use that. I need to get the 12 by 24 mat. We are going to turn it to the side so it doesn't hit the wall. And here is my large print and cut that I have. We're going to put it on the mat. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and load the mat. Oops, I didn't load it evenly. Let me get this to go back to the center, or back to the start. Okay. Okay, there we go. Load the mat. And then there are some registration marks down here. Right down here. So what we want to do is make our blade go right inside that registration mark, like right at the edge of the registration mark. Let me make sure it's in the right spot. That looks right. So the registration mark is right there. The blade is right above it. So let's bring the camera back. So now that I've got the cutter set up, now what I'll go do is go back to my computer and click send to cutter. And click yes to confirm that I want to send it to the cutter. Hopefully it reads correctly. Sometimes it doesn't want to read my lines the very first time. I put the blade in the wrong spot. But it read at that time, so that's good. I'll turn it this way. So it is registering the registration marks with the camera that it has. That's how it does it so quickly. So actually, I'm going to bring it over here so you can see it doing its magic. So it is cutting, and you can hear it is really not very loud. I love how quiet it is. It might sound loud because my phone is so close right here, but it actually is a very quiet machine, and it is very fast. So, I mean, this is a really detailed print and cut, but I thought that you might want to see how it really works. So I just did a detailed one. Hey, Naomi, you got a new Juliet too. Do you love it? Are you having fun so far? Getting out of the hard stage and figuring it out. It's super fast. It really is. Okay, I'm glad it doesn't sound super loud. No, because it really is very, very quiet. That was one of the first things I noticed, is that it's super fast, it's super quiet. Oh, and shoot, you know what? I made a mistake. I didn't change the cut settings. So I apologize. This probably did not cut all the way through because it was still on, what was it on? Oh, actually, you know what? The registration marks are still there. I'm going to run it through one more time because it's still on HTV. So let me put this in one more time. I'm going to have it read the registration lines. I'd like you to see that it actually cuts out and how detailed the cuts are. All right, Juliet. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Let me change the cut settings real quick. Go to cardstock, load that setting. Okay, now let's try it again. So send to cutter. Hopefully that's right. Let's see. I do like it a lot. The bottom left alignment keeps throwing me off. It is. It's weird. It's just different, you know? Different than what we're used to. What order would you rate each machine? Cricut, Silhouette, Juliet. I mean, I hate to just call out machines, but I mean, I really like Juliet. I really do. I think her software is not like completely up. Cricut is at the bottom of the list with software, but Silhouette has some pretty robust software, and Juliet does too. But since it's new, they're still updating it constantly. So I am in the beta, the software beta group, so I can tell them things that are going on, and I can bring back things that people would like to see in the software, and they're very, very receptive to adding things, changing things. So I'm just excited to see, like, as it develops over time, I think it's going to get a lot better. At this point, I don't feel like I can design everything in the Leonardo design space. I can design in my other program, bring it over, super easy, and it cuts great. But I don't know. I love this machine. I feel like this might be might be my favorite right now. So, my silhouette is very, very accurate with print and cut, but it's super loud. And, you know, I've never tried to print like extremely big on the silhouette, so I don't think that it will print larger than the mat, but I'm not sure. But I know Cricut can't print this large, so right now I would say that I think Juliet is my favorite. I think Juliet is my favorite. Okay. All right, I had it on the right setting. That's good. Let's see. And I'm sorry, I'm not even showing this that great because I got it on this sticky mat, this paper on a super sticky mat. So that's not showing it in its best light, but it's still good. It's just a little tricky to get off the mat. Let me roll it off. Normally, you know, if you're doing this, you wouldn't use this sticky of a mat. Ah, don't tear my leaf. Come on, leaf. Okay. Look at this detail. This is a very large print and cut that we just did here with our Juliet. So I really like that feature. And it's fast. And if I'd wanted it to cut out the middles, it would have cut the middles. I just chose not to for sake of time and just ease. I knew I was using a sticky mat, so it was going to be hard to do anyway. But that is the print and cut. And let's see, what else did you want to see? Oh, you wanted to see some stickers. Some of you wanted to see stickers. And let me show you. We're going to go back to the software. And I wanted to show you some of the features. You can do some designing in it. Where is my... I want you to be able to see. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back to our design. Let's delete that. We're going to go back to the 12 by 12 mat. And we're going to go to regular size paper. Let's click OK. And then we're going to go down here. I'm just going to make a simple little sticker. Let's do this. So you click the text and then your text box pops up and all of the fonts that are on your computer are right here. And I'm just going to write Juliet. And then down here is an auto weld button. So your text will automatically be welded when it goes onto your mat. That is rather large. Let's make that a little bit smaller. You know what? I think I want to just add a little heart here. I think this will be cute. Let's make that heart a little bit smaller. And then if you would like to change the color of the heart, just rotate a little bit. And I want to change that to a red heart. So you'll go over here to properties. And then click the color that you would like. You can choose any color you want. You can even use hex colors. If you want to enter your color like that, you can, which is pretty nice. So you can have actually your on-brand colors. They can actually be in here. I like that. So I'm going to highlight both of them and I'm going to build a contour around it since we're doing a sticker. So here we'll go, sorry, I went down here to the little star to build a contour. And then I can change my offset amount. And I'm going to do it like that so they can all be connected since it's a sticker. And then click apply. And actually, I need to put it together so it doesn't separate. Copy and paste. So we got 2 stickers here. And then you'll see that the black line, well, I went over a little bit too far. The black line is what on the sides is how your print and cut is set up. So let's go ahead and send this Oh, so the problem is right here, why only 4 are showing, is because on my mat, if we go back, you can see that I had those highlighted. So it's just cutting what I have highlighted. So I'm going to click the mat, and then all of it will show up on my print and cut. I learned that the other day. So if you're designing something and you've highlighted something on the mat, that's the only thing that's going to show when you go to send it to the design. So let me put my sticker paper in, and we're going to send it to the printer. And again, it did it in 2 sections. So one for our contour cut and one for the printer. All right, unfortunately the live stopped working, but we were working on stickers, so they did print out. I was getting ready to put it up at the top. I'm still not totally used to the bottom left, but I remembered before I put it in the machine. So, oh, Courtney, let's get the blade all the way out of the way. Put our paper in, and then once again we're going to bring the blade so that it is just inside the square of the registration marks. Just inside the square. Okay, and now we're going to click our contour cut right here and then send to the cutter. And it is registering the marks with the camera, and then it will cut out. I like our little Juliet stickers. They're cute. All right, and we put the offset around it. So what it's going to do is cut around our offset. Shoot, I can't remember if I did. If I changed my settings. I feel like I didn't, but we're going to see what it cuts right now. We shall see. It's still set on the cardstock, so I don't know if it's going to be a kiss cut or a die cut sticker. We'll see. It's so quiet. So quiet and fast. And unload the paper. And let's see. Did the sticker cut out? Oh my goodness. It is perfect. This is so great. Seriously. I'm going to put my sticker on right now. I love Juliet. I am so happy that you joined me today. Sorry we had a little hiccup in the middle, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss anything crafty. And I will be back here with some more crafty content very shortly. But until then, stay crafty, my friends. See ya.